Well, everyone, it's the beginning of the month, and you know what that means. It's time to do our monthly maintenance on our washer dryer combos. But for this video, I figure I would go a different route. So instead of having to show you how to clean both of these with different videos, I'm just going to combine these into one video because when push comes to shove, whether it's the G Profile, the LG, Samsung, they're basically all the same in terms of cleaning, but we're gonna get started. The first thing we are going to do is we're gonna clean out the lint traps because honestly, this step takes the longest just because not only do you have to clean them out, but you also have to wash them and let them air dry. So the first thing, of course, is we want to make sure that you emptied them out, make sure there's no lint or anything on them. I tried to clean them as best as I could, but now we're going to go downstairs and we're going to give them a quick rinse off. Now that we got our filters downstairs, it's time to clean them. So if you have the LG washer dryer combo, here's the filter or the lint trap for this one. What I like to do is just pull these apart and I'll set the other one off to the side because basically this is the main piece that we're going to be working with. And then if you have the G Profile, so there's two different types of filters depending on how old yours is, but this is the newer filter. As you can see, it doesn't have any black foam piece or anything like that. If you have the older one that has the black foam piece, make sure you remove that and wash that completely separately. You do not want it run it through like the wash and dry cycle. Just hand wash it because or else it's going to ruin it. But for this one, basically what you can do is we just pull these two pieces apart here and we're all set to go. Because basically what we're wanting to do, it might be kind of hard to see, but I don't know if you can see, but there's basically just some slight buildup here on both of these filters. And we don't want that because the cleaner the filter is, the better it's going to perform. Like it's not like there's a little bit of residue and all that right there. So basically what I'm going to do is just run this under some water here with this kind of the higher pressure setting and all that, but you don't want to do it too high because you don't want to puncture this mesh right here. But basically I just kind of run this under some warm water at first, just to kind of make sure I get all that junk off. And then I'll just run it with this kind of shower spray setting that's right here. And just to kind of get everything off. So sorry if it's a little bit loud, but as you can see, I don't know if y'all can see even on here, but it's already looking a lot better. It looks completely clear and it looks way better than it did before. You might see a few stray hairs. I do have a dog, so there's a reason for that. But basically, once that's all good, we can set that piece off to the side. And basically everything pretty much for the LG is done. And now we'll focus on the G Profile. And it's the same concept. The Samsung filter, honestly, is very similar to the G Profile. So same thing. Just going to run it over a little bit of water at first. And then I'll just use the higher pressure setting just to really get all that off. To get all that lint and all that gunk and everything. And really, as you can see, so yeah, it looks a lot better than, yeah, there is some little bit of strand or extra lint that's right here. So just make sure that we get that off. But yeah, like now it looks a lot better, and then we can just set it off to the side. I have a towel over here just to let it air dry. And then we have our final piece here for the G Profile. Just to, once again, in three times, we just make sure that we get everything off. And you can see all that hair and all that extra kind of lint that's there off to the side. I just make sure I do it on both sides just to make sure that I get everything off of here. And then one final run through with the higher pressure setting. And boom, really it's as simple as that. Except once again, there is some stray hair and all that and everything. And basically these are clean and these are ready to go, and I set them off to the side. I'm actually probably going to just put them outside to sun dry just because there's no wind and it's a beautiful 80 degrees here in Vegas. So yeah, definitely let those sun dry for a couple of hours. That's why I recommend washing those first, because that's going to be the longest step because you're waiting on air dry. But now we're going to go back upstairs and we're going to continue our cleaning. All right, so the next step is we want to empty out the lower filter. So every washer dryer combo has one of these, and it's hidden behind these little doors here. And basically what that does is it catches all the really heavy hair and the lint, the gunk, basically everything that can't make its way up to the lint trap. So for the G Profile, well, first you're gonna need a bowl to empty everything out. But for the G Profile, basically I just use something to pry open this little door. I have this little 50-cent piece. I've had this this is the only thing that I actually use this for, is to open this door. But what you're gonna do is take this off. The door just pops right off. We'll do the same thing with the LG. Pop that door right off. And on the G profile, just slide this little thing down. And first thing what you're going to do is you're going to turn this little blue lower filter, and that's going to start the flow of water. There will be a little bit of water flow, but don't be worried. It's okay. Also, do not do this while the machine is running. I know it might be self-explanatory, but as you can see, just look how disgusting this is after a month. And there's all that in there as well. So that's pretty nasty. So the first one is emptied. And then we're going to do the same one with the LG. But the LG one's a little bit different. This one actually has a little hose right here. And it's really hard to do this one-handed. I'm going to set this down real quick just so I can do it. Hopefully you can see it, but ooh, gross. Yeah, look at all that's coming out of this little hose here. Like I said, there's not going to be a lot of water, just a little bit. But all right, now all the water's out. I'd say give it a couple of shakes when you're done, but remember, if you shake it more than twice, you're playing with it. Once again, I should have really had my tripod, but yeah, you'll just screw this little piece back in here and then just set it back in place. And then, of course, next is we'll unscrew this right here. Just get rid of all the water there, so there might be a little bit. Yeah, this one's not as dirty as the GE. The GE one's pretty gross right now. So, but yeah, now that we got all the water out, all that is really good to go. And then next step, what you want to do is we want to take a rag and we want to clean both of these out. This next step, you're going to need a rag and some sort of like cleaning spray. I use this Method all-purpose cleaner. And what you can do, I just spray a couple sprays in both. And then basically I just kind of take it through and just clean all this out, at least to the best I can. Especially if you live somewhere like, I live in Vegas where the water's like super hard. It can get kind of grimy. So yeah, just a couple sprays and kind of get everything out of there. I just really make sure I just get way back there and get everything, because once again, the cleaner you keep these things, the better they're going to perform. And like I said, I do this literally once a month. Around the beginning of the month is when I do it. Today's like the 1st of May when I started recording this video. So that's always my trigger if I'm home. Like, oh, 1st of the month, time to clean my machines. But now that we kind of wiped everything out, we got them as clean as we possibly could. Off camera, I might wipe that one a little bit more because it's such a pain in the butt. But now I'm going to clean these things out. I'm actually going to take them back downstairs and run them under the sink and make sure that they're nice and clean. So now I've got these things back downstairs. And you can tell, like I said, these things are just disgusting. Like they're just very slimy, very grimy. So basically it's going to make sure that these are all nice and clean. Especially if you do a lot of laundry and you have a lot of pets or anything like that, these things are going to get pretty gross. Just make sure that I just kind of run these under some water and all that, real like warm water. And then once again, we'll use our higher pressure setting just to make sure we really get everything off. And there we go. We got them all nice and clean. Oh, except for right there. Let's get all that gunk off of there. Oops. Missed one on there too. Just really loves to build up just right here. There we go. Now we got them all nice and clean. Now we can screw them back into the washer dryer combos. Of course, there's another step in regards to our washer dryer combo monthly maintenance, but of course I had to re-record this because for some reason the audio from the video never actually made it. So it kind of messed up. It was corrupted or something. But basically what you want to do is, I'm going to kind of bastardize this a little bit, is you want to take your brushes and you want to brush on the inside of your filter areas. I have these two brushes right here. This one is more of like a soft bristled brush, and this one's more of a hard bristle brush. I can't really show you because, of course, you know, I already edited the video and the cleaning cycle is already running. Spoiler alert, yes, the last step is you need to run a cleaning cycle, but basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to first take your kind of chimney sweep brush, and you're going to want to basically just kind of brush out everything on both of your machines just to kind of like break up some of that stuff. And then you'll take your more kind of hard bristled brush, and then you'll do the same thing, just kind of brush in there and make sure you want to get everything out. The biggest thing to keep in mind is on the G profile, the coils are roughly right here, so you want to make sure that you brush those. And then on the LG, the coils are actually right here, but they're a lot more accessible on the LG. That's why I love this thing, where I actually just kind of use this brush attachment right here and just kind of brush off all the coils. But yeah, once again, my apologies. I don't know what happened with that video clip. It just went all kinds of haywire, but yeah, definitely make sure that you brush everything out of there to make sure that your machine performs to the best of its abilities. All right, so now that we're ready to vacuum everything out, I'm not going to do it on camera just because that would be crazy, stupid loud. But basically, here is our vacuum attachment, which whoever designed that, oh my. But and also too, so I do have a link for this because a lot of people have been asking where to purchase this. But apparently, this is an old model. Apparently, they retired this model that has this metal rod to like better do all this. I'm actually a little bit disappointed because that a lot of complaints I've been getting from people with the newer model that doesn't have this metal piece. That's a lot harder to clean. But basically, you're going to attach this succulent piece to your vacuum, turn it on, and that'll allow you to like vacuum everything and do all this to get back there. And then same with the LG. That's all you have to do is just vacuum everything out. Like just make sure you get really deep in there just to get everything out. And that's really everything vacuuming wise. Like I said, all this so far has been pretty simple. Like I said, I apologize. This is a longer video than usual, just because I'm basically showing you how to clean two machines, three technically, if you include the Samsung. Like I said, I'm not familiar with the Samsung. I don't own one, but once again, with all of these machines, I highly recommend look in your owner's manual, and it does a step-by-step on how to clean everything. All right, so next on our list is we want to clean out the detergent reservoirs. So on the G profile, all I gotta simply do is just press on this little button and just set it off right here. And on the LG, it's very similar. There's this little orange button. Take it out, put it right here. And basically what I do is I just kind of wipe underneath, just look for any excess moisture or anything like that. So there's a little bit of water in there because I did do a load of laundry this morning. But the most important thing is we want to get back here and just make sure if there's any, say if there's any mold or anything like that, or any like possibility like signs of mold, I just make sure that I just kind of get all that out of there. Same with the LG. We just wipe underneath, make sure that we get everything, wipe everything out on top. And then just I kind of wipe in here as well, just to make sure that we got everything out of there. Because with both of these, actually, I've heard complaints of people saying that there's a lot of mold buildup in here. I haven't had that issue in the 3 years I've owned this one, and the 2 years almost that I've owned this one, just because I clean it out every month. But if you live in maybe a more humid environment, you may be more subject to that. So if you're like, you know, in the South where it gets extremely humid, highly recommend just taking these out from time to time and checking on them. But now that we've basically kind of gave them a quick wipe down, I want to put this back in here. There's one. So this thing's heavy, like doing this one-handed is a bigger pain than I thought it would be. And there's two. The only reason I don't do the software dispenser is because I don't use it. I've literally used it once when I first bought the machine just to kind of show off the software detergent dispenser. But these things are like softener is really bad for your machine, apparently. I've been highly advised not to use fabric softener, so I do not do that. But really, folks, there's only one more step, or technically two, but yeah, final step. So our final step, so now that we have our filters back, they're completely sun-dried and ready to go, we're going to put them both back in. And then now what's next is basically just run a cleaning cycle on both of these, which every washer-dryer combo has one. And what I use is these little cleaning tablets. Here's the washing machine cleaning tablets. I'll leave a link for these below, so you can purchase these as well. They're pretty cheap off of like Amazon or whatever. Basically, all you're going to do is just open up your machines, and we're going to throw them both in. Power them both on. And then here, you'll see on the G profile, there's a self-clean option. And then on the LG, you will see tub clean. So clean cycle, tub clean. Then you'll just press the play button on both of these. Filter assembly, install the filter. I did! Oh, maybe it's not. Maybe. Oh, okay. So I guess maybe it was a little bit loose, but so make sure that's all seated. But now both of our cleaning cycles are running on both of our machines. The G profile takes about a little under 2 hours, while the LG takes about 2 hours and 40 minutes. The Samsung, once again, I'm not sure. I don't own one, but you'll actually see it go through its complete clean cycle, and it'll be nice and clean whenever it's done. And whenever they finish, I highly recommend just popping them open and just kind of letting them air out a bit. You technically don't have to, but I think that's just that's a trait that's carried over from like my previous like washer and dryer sets. And then really the final step is I like to wipe these things down because I can see they're a little bit dusty, but I'll get a fresh clean rag and some spray and I'll wipe these down. But basically, folks, that's it. That is your quick guide on how to do your monthly maintenance on your washer dryer combos. Hopefully you found it educational. Enjoy it. If you did, hit the thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button below. But yeah, hope you enjoy the rest of your day.